Hi guys, so thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Today I was just hosting a waterless wash clinic or rinseless wash clinic to show people how to safely wash their cars. The reason I did this is because I've done a lot of Teslas. I'm really active in the community, and I notice a lot of people are constantly posting that they're scratching their cars all the time, and they blame the Tesla paint, which I will say is a little bit soft, but I would say 90% of it's probably improper washing techniques. And here in California, we're in a drought, so nobody wants to be seen hosing down their car in the driveway, get the dirty looks from the neighbors. So I'm going to show you today how to do it with a couple gallons of water, very safely and very quickly. The things you'll need: a pump sprayer, a bucket, a microfiber wash mitt, and a microfiber waffle weave drying towel. Oh, Ryan. So I'm gonna have, the first thing we like to do is, this is our solution of Optima No Rinse. It's a product that you can buy on Amazon, you can buy from Optima. The dilution ratio is 1/2 ounce to 2 gallons. So you end up, if you mix it properly in distilled water, is the easiest way to do it. You just pour 1/2 ounce in a gallon, shake it up, and then dump them into your pump sprayer. It's very light concentration, so a bottle will last you a long time. You'll get several washes out of it. The first thing we start by doing is misting down the car. After that, I have a bucket with the exact same solution in it and some wash mitts. Start washing from top down. Continue going just the way. And this is really important, especially if your car is dirty. This is where your scratches are going to happen if you're not careful with this part. The first pass you're doing, you want to make sure you're using as little pressure as possible, because that's when you're going to pick up the majority of your dirt. One of the great things too about doing this, even though I have 2 buckets there, is that you don't really need to do a 2-bucket method with this because of the polymerization of the dirt that gets sucked to the bottom. I do use a grit guard, but I mainly use that just to rub my mitt off itself, just because I'm paranoid and I don't want to scratch a car. So this is the area where I want to be the most careful, because this is where you're going to pick up contaminants. I'm going to do very small passes. And then again, I just do 1 wipe. I do 1 more wipe, and when you're doing the bottoms of the car, I always have a grit guard so I can make sure I scrub my mitt off, just because I don't want to introduce any contaminants or actually end up scratching the car. So the lower on the car you get, the more prominent this is. For my Tesla owners, it's the bottom of your car and your back end. I don't know what it is about the back end of those cars, but they suck dirt back there like crazy. And after the first couple times you do this, it might take you a couple hours, but once you get the hang of it, literally 15-20 minutes. The only other thing you do after this is you just take one of your drying towels and dry the car off. And again, when you're doing this pass, when you're drying, essentially you want to use as little pressure as possible also, because this is where you're probably going to scratch the car. And being human, if you see anything you missed, you're just going to go back over it with a plush paint safe towel. I usually recommend Microfiber Madness or Dry Me Crazy towels or CarPro Boa towels. Especially, like, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I always have this tendency to do this, and I'll leave like this square of dirt right here. I know to look for it when I'm done. So if I see that, I don't want to, you know, soak the panel again and get water all over the car again and get O&R all over it. So this is a section, like if you have something like that where that happens, just mist it down generously with O&R, use your paint safe towel, really light wipe, mist it again, flip, really light wipe again. And that way you can pick up any areas you missed, because it's, you know, it's only human nature. You try as hard as you can to be as OCD as possible, and even we miss stuff, and we do it every day. So it's really important to check your work when you get done too. I don't. So what I do is when I mix my O&R, I do a 2-gallon mix. So I'll have 2 gallons in my bucket, 2 gallons in my pump sprayer. The pump sprayer I recommend using distilled water for, because that's going to sit for a while. You will not use that on a whole car. You will be able to mist your car down with that probably 10 or 15 times. And if you're not using distilled water, the minerals in the tap water can break down the O&R over time and make it not as effective. In the bucket, you're throwing it away when you're done, so you can use tap water, no big deal. But what I do is when we're done with the paint, I'll usually take whatever leftover O&R I have, and I have a dedicated like thrashed mitt that I'll just use that on the wheels after I'm done. But you don't want to do that while you're doing the paint. The other things, door jambs, I always like to keep a bunch of what I call grimy towels around. I use them for things like this. So areas like in here, you never want to use your wash mitt on that. So when you wash this area, avoid as much as you can getting your wash mitt in there. Just go around it. And then before you go to clean your wheels, because you know, you're never going to be able to keep this swirl free, which defeats the purpose, but this is getting rocks thrown at it, which are doing more damage than you washing. So before you clean your wheels with whatever mitt you're using on the wheels, hit that area and then go to doing your wheels since you're already down there. I wash my waffle weaves separately. I wash my mitts separately. So I'll actually wash mitts and waffle weaves together. It's the plush paint towels that you want to dedicated wash separate. And you do not want to use fabric softener on them. You wash them on warm water. Also, maybe every few washes, use 1/4 cup of vinegar. And you want to use a free soap. And by free, no detergents, no perfumes. They make Micro Restore, which is a really great one. That's another great glass cleaner too. If you guys, if you're having a tough time with windows, isopropyl alcohol wipes away streak clean, and it works really great with a waffle weave. These are really good window towels. So this is my favorite paint safe towel. You can scrub on a car with these pretty good without scratching them. It's made by CarPro. It's a BOA towel. So I'm lazy and I don't like using a squeeze bottle, so that's why I have everything on pumps. So if I did have a spot I happen to miss, I can mist and wipe, and you know, I'm sure if I, yeah, same exact solution. It's my multi-purpose do-it-all stuff. Typically, there's another place like when you're doing the door jams, I wouldn't use this towel specifically for that, but you want to keep your O&R with you because usually by the time you get to that, any runoff that did go in there is usually dried a little bit, so you can mist it a little bit and use your drying towel to get it. It'll be on my website, probably my Facebook, probably my Instagram, and then probably on every forum there is. Yeah, took the time to do it, might as well put it everywhere.